I received a message about September 25th. Chris Ann is also sensing something going on with us or at the treehouse around that time or that weekend. Is there anything you can share about that? And is she sensing what I'm sensing?
What is being perceived, what is being sensed, what is being presented is the energetic opening of a new portal, a new energy vortex. This energy vortex is being open to facilitate the earthbound plane. This is not the only vortex that will be open. There are many others throughout the planet. With each one of these opening on this particular day, it will blanket the planet itself. It will envelop the planet itself. In turn, shifting ever so slightly the energetic pole of each individual on this planet, moving it closer to the understanding that there is a greater existence beyond your humanity. Many are perceiving this as a catastrophic event. Many are perceiving this as an event that will be life-changing. To an aspect, this will be a catastrophic event for many individuals on this planet, as it is a paradigm shift for their reality. It is opening themselves up to an experience that they have not understood previously. There will be happenings throughout the planet, throughout the universe, that there will be no mistake that this is now the time for change. You may look upon this as an arbitrary number, an arbitrary date. There is no arbitrary significance to be looked upon. This is a significant day. Do not try to align numbers to numbers and dates to dates. This is not what is being spoken. For you, you have a calendar date. But in the aspect of quantum time, this is a merging of multiple layers of intersections. Many threads crossing many threads across many threads in each direction. So with this type of quantum alignment, it is this vortex, this opening, that will be facilitated. This can be thought about at any particular point at which an individual vortex opens. It is the quantum alignment of multiple intersections, but only so many layers deep. Thus opening a vortex to that realm, that existence, that energy field. But in this case, it is as if all of the grid of the quantum field aligns atop of another, and each intersection becomes a thread straight through of a vortex that has now been opened. Hence, many vortexes opening all at the same time. Hence, the reason of the blanketing of energy over the planet. But for those that understand this, for those that are directly connected to their energetic field, their quantum field, their knowing, their awareness, it may feel ever so slight of a change, because your alignment has already been there, has already been aligned, has already been connected. So take no fear in what will take place, but take in the fact that you will witness this event.
Thank you for that information. So I know that you said not to worry about numbers or dates, but we are going to be out of town on the 25th. So is everything okay with our trip on that weekend? Does it matter where we are?
It has no difference in where you are. It does not matter where you are when this event, this vortex opens. Have the understanding that you are connected. Take time that day to understand what is taking place. Recognize that that is taking place. If you feel so inclined to hold space for the rest of the planet that day, hold space. If you are so inclined to do whatever you wish to do that day, do it. It is your awareness and your understanding of where you are and the power that you hold that it will not affect your physical presence as it will affect others. It will make no difference where you are physically. You will sense a bit of a change when you arrive back here, but nothing will be disrupted.
Thank you for that reassurance, and forgive me if I sound obtuse. But the reason that I ask is because if it's considered catastrophic, I don't know what that will actually look like. And if it will affect transportation back home, or food, or things that we will need. Or if, because we're energetically aligned, that won't be an issue for us. Is that what you're saying?
What you must understand is this. As you have just previously stated, being energetically aligned. It's more than being energetically aligned. Think of it as this. Those that are aware, those that are connected to the quantum field, those that are aligned energetically, will sense just a little shift. But life will continue on as if everything is fine. There will be no disruptions in your life. For those that are not aligned, for those that are not connected, for those that have no awareness, it will disrupt their day. It will disrupt their way of thinking. It will facilitate their own chaos. That might be physical chaos. It may be energetic chaos. You will not be affected by this, but they will have a new understanding. Whether they choose to move forward with it or not, that is their choice. But they will have this understanding. They will know that something greater has taken place, and it will give them an opportunity to seek. Think of it as this. This is the doorway for a new rush of seekers, a new expanse of seekers. Those that have not sought anything before will be placed at your doorstep. It is no longer a time to play with those that are already connected, that those that are already aware. Those that are aware and claim they are seeking. You cannot do both in the same. You can grow while you're being aware, but you are no longer seeking. These will be seeking. These will be reaching out. These will be crying out because it is so catastrophic to their existence.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. I have a question about raising our vibration. I feel like the collective has guided us that if we hold our vibration high, we have nothing to worry about, that negative attachments, entities, any of that would not even come into our existence. I believe we heard that early on in this channeling process. But then I hear people say that negative entities or attachments or difficulties are drawn to people because of their flame. They're drawn to people whose light is shining. They're attracted to the light. So which is correct, and why does it seem like a conflicting paradigm there?
The only construct and the only conflict between your understanding of what is and what actually is this. When you have set out on your agreement, your path, your script, your placement here, you have put into your script, your plan, your agenda for that not to be in your existence at this point. The alignment is this. For those that claim that they understand that their vibration is high, but yet there are these things that are disturbing to them, that there are these things that are drawn to them, there are these energies that are drawn to them, and all they can see is darkness, or all they can see is evil, or all they can see is bad. That is the construct that they have put in place for themselves. That is the construct that they have woven into their script for that particular part of their existence, their paradigm, their path. For you, it has not been put into place. That is not to say that it is not on your path. It's at up to this point, it has not been woven into the script of your existence. You have chosen in this existence not to have this as part of your paradigm. So yes, it is difficult to understand the difference or the disconnect between those that do perceive this and those that don't, or yourself that doesn't. To address those that do, that is their paradigm, that is their construct. Is there evil? Is there negative? Is there dark? Is there anything other than the light? That is all how you are choosing to perceive it. There is only the light. There is only the highest vibration. But if you have put into your script, into your context of understanding, your construct that you live in, that anything that is below what you are, anything that is below your frequency, your vibration, is to be perceived as something that is dark, something that is negative, something that is evil, then shall be it. It will be. This is a difficult concept for the human being to understand. From the divine level of understanding, there is no evil, there is no darkness, there is no negative. To say you must have, if you have one, you must have the other, that is an incorrect understanding as well. If you have light, you must have dark. No. If you have light, which is of a vibration, and it is a word given to the highest vibration, there is no physical illumination of this frequency, of this resonance. Just as there is no physical illumination or lack thereof of a lesser vibration. Anything outside of the construct that you exist in, anything that you perceive outside of your construct, if you could step away from your physical presence, step away from your physical construct, step away from this physical existence on this plane, on this planet, you would fully understand this concept of energy and vibration. There is no physical illumination. There is nothing to perceive it as anything different than what it is. A frequency at particular intervals on a spectrum, vibrating all at the same time at different levels, different times, different time sequences. But because you've agreed to come into this body, on this plane, in this realm, in this construct, the physical mind must put some sort of identity to what is being perceived. That is the hardest aspect of even the religious individuals that are here on this planet, is faith. Giving faith to something they cannot see. You are providing information and a construct to something that you cannot see. You can sense. And yes, once you sense it, your physical mind will put an image in place of what it is that you are perceiving. It is the construct, the map that you put in place, the script for your existence. It is all the imagery that you have placed in this brain to give it a physical existence. But in reality, it is just merely a vibration that is different than yours or at a different level. So if you are experiencing and understanding this, and you are not experiencing what someone else is understanding and experiencing, there should be no discord between the two. It is their construct, it is their paradigm, it is their physical existence upon this plane, on this planet, that they are living through, just as you are living through your existence on this plane, on this planet, this construct.
Beautiful. Thank you for that clarification. I think I have a handle on that. I guess then that the follow-up question is the law of attraction type rules, where if I'm vibrating, then the things that I'm drawing to myself are of a like vibration or a dissimilar vibration. So in other words, if I'm drawing to myself a lower vibration, then it feels what I think might be bad or evil or something like that. So how does the law of attraction work? Are we drawing like vibrations? Is that how that works?
Simply put, you have created a correct statement. Yes. To understand this is this. Your physical existence as it sits here right now is vibrating at a particular frequency. You're not giving thought to anything, you are just vibrating. That particular vibration will draw around you other like vibrations. That might be other animals, other humans, other things that have like vibration. But very similarly, the words that you speak, the thoughts that you think, the emotions that you emit, all carry certain frequencies. But you as a human being on this plane, with a mind that is put in place because that is the existence that you've chosen, has the innate ability to be able to produce multiple frequencies at multiple times simultaneously, where you think you are providing the highest vibration to manifest all of the great things in your life, but yet there is one thing that keeps coming in that is of the lowest vibration and you don't understand it.
Exactly.
That is precisely why your mind is what it is. This is the choices that you've made to exist in here on this planet, because where you have come from and where you will go back to, there is only one vibration. You've decided to play on this playground with the ability to multitask in multi-vibrational forms all at the same time. It takes one vibrational output to gain the attraction of whatever that might be. You may say, it is completely impossible to vibrate at the highest level 24/7 all the time. And yes, the answer would be you are correct in this physical form, because that is the choice you have made. Just as you are outputting all of the wonderful manifestations that you want to come back in, all the great things for your life, you're putting it out, you're saying it, you're emanating that frequency, but yet there is the one frequency that still gets out, that still is a life changer. But why? It is because of the choices you are making. It is the life that you have chosen. It is the existence that you have put into place. Just because there is a lesser vibration that sneaks out and that comes back to you in whatever form that is, there is a blessing in that as well. But yet we look upon it as it is not a blessing. Oh, this is blessing up here because it's coming at us all the time, providing us everything we need. But yet this, whatever this is, this vibration we don't want. Why? Because it's an irritation, it's a hindrance, it's a changing of our thought process, because we get distracted by that one vibration and it pulls us away from all the other good stuff that we are doing. But why? The simple answer is you are a human with a human mind, living on this plane, on this planet, because you have so chosen this to do. It is difficult to look at those things that come into you that you have manifested. Everything in your life is manifested. Every aspect of your life, from the time that you have taken your first breath to the time that you have expelled your last, every aspect of your life has been manifested. Look upon it as all being a blessing. Just as we've described as far as the negative energy, the dark energy, the evil energies that are perceived by some. It may be disturbing to that individual, but yet that has been manifested for them because it has been what has been scripted for them. They can change their perspective of what this is and how it's being perceived by them and look upon it as a blessing for them for a greater understanding and learning. But the mind overrides that and understands it as something difficult to overcome. This is something that shouldn't be on my path. I shouldn't have to deal with this. This is not who I am. Why is this and why is that? And it is this downward spiral that the human being will get into that unravels the existence that they are. They get further and further away from the highest vibration that they were. But it's all at the same level. It's just slightly different. So do not look upon the things that come into your life that are of not the highest vibration. The things that you didn't wish to manifest, but yet you did manifest them. You did put that vibration out. It is coming back to you. You are manifesting that. But look upon it and sit with it and ponder it. Why did that come in? What blessing is there in that? What lesson is there in that? Sure, the new car, the new house, the new relationship, the great sum of money, those are all the things that the human being wants, and that's what they want to manifest because that's what they think they need. But that isn't what changes their evolution, their frequency balance, their evolution in their frequency. It is these things that come in that change, that you've manifested, though you didn't think you manifested it. And why did that happen? Because at some point you let that go out. It has now come back to you. But you, as the being, will hold on to that and be concerned about that and worried about that and allow it to be the driver for the days forward. But in reality, allow it to be your teacher. Allow it to be your provider for that moment. So as far as the law of attraction, you attract everything from the time you take the first breath to the time you expel the last breath. Everything is manifested for you through your words, your actions, your vibration. Every single thing.
Thank you for that. I know you guys know how much I love you. I really enjoy speaking to you and being in your presence, and thank you for that.
It is our pleasure to provide this information on this level.
I'm grateful. Thursday night, Source said to embrace the I am presence. I've been doing that as much as possible, but I think a lot of humans, myself included, aren't quite sure what that looks like in the world, in the 3D, in the physical. So is that as simple as living our truth? Is that what that means, and moving forward in our truth and taking actions that resonate with our truth? Is that as simple as that I am means?
The I am. The eternal question. What is the I am? What is it that I am seeking? What is it that I am to be doing? What is it that I am to be manifesting? What is it that I am? ... The I am. It is your internal existence. It is your energetic being. It is this energetic being that is inside of you, that knows all, has the presence of all, has the connection of all. But there is a very thick layer of shielding between the plane that you walk amongst and the I am, the energetic being. It is this human body that you inhabit. It is very thick, very dense. It is very difficult for that I am to make its presence known and exist. Understanding that each individual on this planet has its own particular role to play, has its own understanding of its existence, has its own I am, its own energetic being. The vibrational forces that keep it internalized, the shell that you inhabit, the human that you inhabit, can shift its vibrational layers. Yes, what you have said is true. The I am is the power, the I am is the existence, the I am is the knowing. You also have to understand that you have been given this life because you have so chosen it to live. You have manifested this life. You said that you wanted to be here in this existence, in this form. So at some level, there is going to be the struggle between what you know and you understand is the truth and the existence of this thick, dense layer that is here, present. You still must maintain this existence. That is what you have set out to do. How do you balance this existence with your internal existence? It is easy enough to say that you are going to stand in your power and you are going to stand firm in what you know is a divine action, is a divine guidance, is a divine answer, is the divine word, is the I am. It's easy enough to say that. It's another thing to take action and be part of your physical existence. Because you will be surrounded by those that am not. Because they have yet to experience the I am. They have yet to experience this energetic being. The true divine connection that they have, the true divine resonance that they have. You will experience those that are of the I am not. How do you balance that without having a conflict, without having a disagreement, without losing connection with other beings?
Exactly my question.
It is to bridge. How do you bridge? There are many that are gifted with the words. There are many that are gifted with the actions. It is this bridging, it is this unifying. It is this understanding that at some level, those that you feel as if there's going to be a conflict with, at some level, they will have an understanding, an energetic understanding, and an energetic connection of, I believe I have to understand what this person is saying. I believe that there's something here for me to understand. I may not completely agree, I may not completely align myself, but yet there is something that I must listen to. And yet there'll be some that will be completely disconnected because that is their alignment. That is their purpose. That is their agreement. They have agreed to be completely disconnected, to be completely dense in this realm, to live it as it is. And for those, you may never have a conversation with. But it is for you. The one that understands the divine, the one that understands the I am, the one that has the power to stand in their understanding of what is taking place. It is for you to know and be comfortable with that you may be the only one in your spot. You may be the only one in your square. You may be that one on the island. If that's what you so choose, that's what you shall exhibit. But because you have chosen to come here and live this life, you have chosen to experience those things. You have come here to eat the food, listen to the music, live the experiences that are to be lived. It is okay to be perceived as being aligned, but not to the point at which it is excluding. If you can break that barrier away, in whatever means that is for you, still hold true to your beliefs, but find the common ground, find the middle area, and you will draw more to you than you will push away. It is a difficult place. It is a difficult understanding. There is no divine answer that you will be given, because it is each individual's placement. It is each individual's square that they sit in, of how much of the I am they wish to expose. Because once you fully expose the I am and the power that is held within the energetic being and the divine alignment that it has, it becomes extremely exclusive to others around you. Can be looked upon as being arrogant. Though that is not your alignment, that is what it is being perceived as. So it may need to be stepped back to find the middle ground. It is okay to show that and expose that to all that understand. But as individuals gain their understanding and gain their I am, then you can pull back this dense suit and expose your understandings, your teachings, to give them confidence to stand in their I am, but also have the understanding that there is this bridge, this middle ground that must be found. There is an extreme and significant change of energy that are going to be taking place in the months to come. Prepare yourself for it. Prepare yourself physically. Prepare yourself energetically. You will be amongst many that will be facilitating a change. You will be looked upon as the teachers, the guidance that is to help facilitate. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself physically, prepare yourself energetically, and hold your space.